Hey there, good Wednesday morning to you. Thanks for joining us today. I'm meteorologist Paul Goodlow.
And I'm meteorologist Jen Carfagno. A lot going on across the nation today. We've got big severe weather expected right there across the heartland. Potential outbreak today, actually continuing into the weekend. And we've got what's happening off the coast of the southeast in the Atlantic. We start today with active weather. We continue tomorrow with more active weather. In some cities, we'll see it every single day. Look at Wichita, Kansas. Today, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, all days seeing the risk of storms. It's not until Sunday that we finally get a break in Wichita. So we'll show you what's going on here. A very busy period coming up for the middle part of the country. Today, of course, we're looking from Texas up here, that I-35 corridor, up into Kansas and parts of Nebraska as well. The tornado risk is there today. We are looking at torcons of 3 in central Texas. We continue up here into portions of Oklahoma and Kansas, where we have a 5 on the torcon, and expecting all the way up into Nebraska, we could see storms that may turn tornadic. There's not likely to be a ton of severe thunderstorms, but the ones that do form are likely to have some really impactful weather, like a tornado or like some large hail or damaging winds. So here's the risk area for today, and we're seeing the red zone stretching right across the Central Plains into tonight as well. We're going to see some of these storms continue, and we're going to be tracking them for you here right on the Weather Channel as long as we need to make sure we have the latest updated information on storms that are turning severe. Now tomorrow too, we're also going to watch for severe weather. We now go back a little further to the West Texas, into western Oklahoma, into Kansas as well. We keep it going as we get you into tomorrow for that risk of thunderstorms with damaging winds, with the risk of hail, and again the risk for tornadoes as well as we get you into the forecast here, southwestern Kansas. It's a 3 on the torcon. That risk continues into Oklahoma and into Texas with a 4 on the torcon here. So this takes us into the end of the week, but Paul, we continue the threat. Now, the showers have been fairly light, but still nonetheless they're out there. You bring the umbrella with you. You may not need it here. The showers right now are few and far between. We got a little bit of rain out there in northern Jersey, a couple of showers in northeastern Pennsylvania, up around Wilkes-Barre and Scranton. Philadelphia, a few showers as well, heading through Center City. But we go back into the Harrisburg area. This is where you might hear a rumble of thunder, maybe back toward Shippensburg or Mechanicsburg. On your way to State College this morning, you will be looking at just a few showers left here before the lunch hour. Pretty widespread there, and thanks for staying with us here on Weather Center Live. I'm Jen Carfagno.
And I'm Paul Goodlow. Well, right now we're tracking a couple of things we're watching. Definitely the threat for more thunderstorms, as well as something brewing.
Tornado. There's different stages and different sizes and shapes tornadoes can take. So let's take a look at a couple of them. You've got the funnel cloud, which is often the first part you will see, which is a rotating condensation funnel aloft. Circulation does not reach the ground when it's a funnel cloud. But then we go next to a typical tornado. When we do have that funnel cloud and the condensation funnel reaches all the way to the ground, rotation is seen at the ground level. Debris may be be seen as well. And this is when it officially becomes a tornado. Then we get to the different shapes that a tornado takes. A stovepipe tornado, that's a pretty large, mature tornado that's pretty uniform in width. From the base of the cloud all the way down to the ground. We get into the situation of a wedge tornado. These are the very broad, very violent tornadoes here, and that is wider than it is tall. These are the kinds we often associate with very large and some of the worst damage. Now, a rope tornado, this is when you get a narrow, stretched out tornado that is often seen as the tornado is dissipating. So it might make you think about a tornado season right here in May. Is certainly a very busy month. If a tornado warning is issued for you, where should you go? Well, we've got to look at some best places in your house here to hide from a tornado. So if a tornado warning is issued and you have a basement, that's the best place to go. Basement is best, of course, here. You want to get to an interior room, and even if you're in the basement, go to an interior room. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. You want barriers, right? Barriers from the outside. Underneath a staircase might be a good shelter as well. If you don't have a basement, this all still applies. You want to get to the lowest floor that you have in your home and then put as many barriers between you and the outside as possible. You know, if you have an interior bathroom without on the outside walls, that's another good place to go. But again, you want to just get inside interior room.
Welcome back to Weather Center Live. We're still watching our first invest of the season. Potentially could be our next named storm in a couple of days.
All right, so this is preseason. The official Atlantic hurricane season starts on June the 1st, but this area right here, National Hurricane Center has their eye on, giving it a 60% chance of becoming either a tropical or subtropical low in the next 48 hours.
Now again, in terms of have we seen this before? Yes, we have. On average, once every 3 years we'll see a named storm, and you see once you get to the satellite era and beyond, we're seeing a lot more, mainly because we now can see it out there. Before, say, the 1960s, we didn't see as many. Doesn't mean we didn't have them, just we didn't see them.
We weren't able to observe them.
Yeah, exactly. But now we can see them, and it does happen on average every 3 years or so.
All right, so if it gets a name, it will be Anna. That is the first name on the list for this season. You can run down the names, and you know, a couple years ago, 3 years ago, we had 2 storms that were preseason, that were in May. It was the A and the B storm, so it can happen. But this is early.
But also,
to see it.
2012 had the two preseason May storms. We also had Hurricanes Isaac and Sandy that year. Doesn't mean that we'll see the same thing this year, but
right.
Again, you have no clue what one year is going to give the other.
Exactly.
Even forecasting a below average year this year, but still doesn't mean you shouldn't be prepared. 1992, below average year, but we had
right.
Hurricane Andrew. So,
all right,
yeah.
So we're starting things out early this year. Now, time now for your weather headlines, and we're going to start with the tornado in Germany.
Yeah, check this out. This is near the North German town of Schwerin, in the middle of heavy rain and thunderstorms. And yes, you can see it there. Clearly see the funnel cloud there.